Hello, 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 beautiful souls. My name is Cheyenne, and I am an ascension coach and guide as well as a twin flame guide who awakened through the twin flame journey. And I've now completed my never ending journey, but I am in physical union with my twin flame. And I wanted to explain how the push pull energy works so then you guys can really get out of that obsessive thinking, the pain, the heartache. I know what it's like to sit there and it's like, you feel disconnected from the world. You feel like your heart's been ripped away from you. You feel that everything that you've ever wanted is gone. And I want to let you guys know that once you guys can understand this and resonate with this on a soul level and progress on your journey, this is the most freeing journey that you could ever embark on. The most freeing, loving, beautiful journey. It's a journey back to yourself. It's a journey back to love. It's a journey back to your truth. And it is so freeing to know that you are a magnet, to know that you are the creator on a soul level, and to know that you matter as a soul. It's one of the most beautiful journeys you could ever embark on. So I just want to start the video off by saying that, because in the beginning of my journey, I went through a lot of the obsessiveness, the franticness, the watching videos hours a day and trying to figure this out and trying to get my twin flame back and trying to do all these things. But once I really progressed on that journey and I came back to self and I surrendered back to self, I aligned back to my truth, I aligned back, I realized how freeing that this journey was, how powerful that my soul was, and how even though it seemed like I wanted my twin flame, we were never separate. And it's a very empowering journey. So I'm going to explain how the push-pull energy works, all right? Okay, so you and your twin flame, you guys share the same soul. What is your soul? Your soul is consciousness, and it's unique and individual for every single soul on earth. So God created you as a standalone signature. You have your own unique vibration. You have your own unique way of doing things in this world that is so different from Sally and Joe, okay? It doesn't match. You guys can feel each other vibrationally, but your essence is different. You and your twin flame share the same soul consciousness. You guys share the same essence. So, what is pulling you guys away from each other? Your own push-pull energy. What does that mean? Your mind's push and your mind's pull energy. The mind is separating you guys. So, when you and your twin flame split up, probably you had reasons as to why you wanted to be with them. They had reasons as to why they didn't want to be with you, right? And maybe some points along your journey you were like, oh, okay, I understand you and, whatever. And then certain points you would cry like, I don't get it. These aren't obstacles for me. It's just a bunch of mental things that went on, right? But what he's really reflecting back to you, because you guys share the same soul consciousness, is your own inner duality, your own inner push-pull. He doesn't only reflect that, or she. They don't only reflect that. The world reflects that. So really, you feel as though you're powerless, not just in this situation. You're powerless in every situation in your life until you come back to your soul, until you come back to your consciousness. So what does this may look like? It may look like if you're in a social interaction with someone else, your soul, you as consciousness and interaction with someone else. Maybe you're pushing in that interaction because you want the interaction to go a certain way, so you're pushing energy onto them. Or maybe you're pulling back to protect yourself. You feel that you have to protect yourself in that interaction. What this journey is trying to have you do is come back to that state of oneness where you can hold your own vibration that you share with your twin flame, where you can hold your own consciousness, be safe in your own body. The same consciousness that you share with your twin flame, that you can be safe in that. Hold that down. Know that you don't have to push and pull. You can resonate in your own feeling of oneness and navigate the world. You can resonate in your own power and navigate the world. And that is exactly when your twin flame gets magnetized back into your life, because it's divine law. When you're no longer pushing and pulling out of fear in the world, and you're standing in your own consciousness, you're standing in your own vibration, you naturally attract that into your world. Everything else that's fear-based falls away. Just think about how powerful that this journey is. So He is reflecting back your own inner push and pull dynamics. Just think about it, not even just with your twin flame. As you navigate your daily life, are you pushing and pulling in the world? Are you placing your power outside of you? Are you placing your own consciousness, your own unique God source vibration? Are you placing that into the physical world? Because he's going to reflect that. Every time you have a fear and you push your energy out onto what he's doing, you're pushing your energy out onto this thought, you're having a reaction because of this thought, he's going to reflect that. Because truthfully, you can stand alone in your own consciousness. You can stand alone in your own vibration. You could be comfortable and confident in who you are at the core that you and your twin flame share. And once you are, he will reflect that too. He will come back in that same oneness, in that same consciousness. He won't need to push out into the world to gain things. Push out into the world out of lack. Push out into the world out of fear. He'll be magnetized back to exactly what he shares his core energy with, which is you. So this journey is about coming home. It's about coming back to yourself. And it's actually very simple, guys. I wasted so much time watching all these fake things, getting involved in spiritual groups, watching all these videos that said you have to meditate all day. You have to heal and do all these practices. And I did everything under the book, and I just kept running on loops and loops and loops, 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 until I realized that these were all limiting beliefs. My consciousness is my state of being. My love is my state of being. I can hold this consciousness down. I can hold my state of being down. I can hold my oneness down. So this journey is actually empowering. It's making you realize how powerful that you are again. It's bringing you back to who you truly are. Once you get rid of those fears, once you get rid of those doubts, and you say no, because you guys share the same consciousness, and you say no. I'm no longer saying that my power lies into the things that my mind projects out or pulls to protect itself. I know I can stand in my consciousness. I know I can stand in my essence. I know that I can be myself and be who I am and no longer fear what drops from my life because of that, because I am just perfect and fine the way that I am. When you can align back to your soul, align back to the truth of who you are, that's when your twin flame comes back. Because guess what? You're no longer pushing and pulling to the world. They mirror that in the opposite way. But not only does he mirror that, the whole world mirrors that. When you're pushing and pulling in your interactions, you have fear within yourself. You're not comfortable within your own being, within your own consciousness. When you're around people, you feel like you have to do, act, look, be a certain way when you're around other people. Walk a certain way, talk a certain way. When you feel that you have to push and pull in those interactions, you're not being true to who you are on a soul level. Which means you won't attract exactly who you are on a soul level. You only attract pushing and pulling. You only attract more fear into your life. It's not what your soul wants. The soul always wants to be with itself. So when you come back to yourself, when you come back to your consciousness, when you come back to your embodiment, your twin flame will be magnetized to you. Now, if you're trying to figure out how to do this, it is a simple process, but it can be hard to implement. It can be hard to actually understand what this is and how to come back to that. And I do offer resources to help you. I have a one-on-one coaching. I have one-on-one sessions here in Thailand. If you would like to see some results on this, I do have on my Instagram different proofs of things that I've done, as well as different resources on Patreon. I have weekly group calls and things like that, so you can reach that inner union within yourself. And it's about returning back to that oneness. So let's say like you're with your twin flame and you're with him. You're like trying to figure out how to say something to please him. You push your energy out onto him. He's going to feel that. He's going to run. Because what are you doing? You're stepping away from your soul when you do that. Not only with him, but in your daily life. When you push onto your divine masculine, they run away from you because you're not even within yourself. When you pull, when you're with him, let's say he texts you or he messages you and you pull back and you're like, oh my God, I can't take this right now. You're also pulling away from your soul. Your soul is your state of being. Your soul is oneness. You can face situations confidently because it's your consciousness. It's you. You trust in yourself. You love yourself. You believe yourself when you align to your soul. You don't need to push or pull. You just stay in your own energy and handle that situation how it comes up for you. So that's what this journey is about. And it's much more simple than online makes it seem. It's difficult to do. You may have to go through this round like for years and years. I mean, many people, they spend years, 10 years on this journey trying to achieve oneness with themselves, the most empowering place that they could ever be. They spend decades trying to do this. But this is a beautiful journey. It's you and who you truly are, in a place of love and no longer in a place of fear. This is a very uplifting journey. And being with your divine masculine is like being with yourself. You no longer need or want or expect things to be a certain way. You no longer push out into the world. You no longer fear being in the world. You no longer have those same patterns within yourself in the world. It's a beautiful, peaceful, loving oneness relationship. And that's the relationship you have with yourself. And it's reflected to you. And he reflects that. Because you guys are not two. You guys are only one. It's bringing you back to your inner power, your inner oneness as you navigate the world. There's not two of us. There's only me. I am in control here. Right? Getting to know yourself on a soul level. Getting to love yourself on a soul level. There's no two of us here. There's only me. And being okay with yourself on a soul level. This journey actually frees you from the shackles of illusion. This journey brings you back to your core self. This is not a journey of trying to get your divine masculine back. This is not a journey of doing a bunch of things to get them back. This is a journey of remembering who you've always been, your unchanged, untimely essence. This is a journey of returning back to that oneness frequency that God created you with. This is a journey of letting go of all those limiting beliefs and attracting the life that you want, that your soul wants. Not out of fear, but out of love. Taking back your power out of love. This is what this journey is about. All right? So if you're on this and you're trying to figure out how to do that, reach out. I have different resources available. We can do this in 3 months. It takes 3 months to align to your soul. Can you believe that? People spend years on this journey because they just can't, the mind cannot figure it out. And that's perfect and that's fine. That's how it's designed, right? But I've been through that journey. I've been through that process. I've achieved that oneness. And if you need help gaining that oneness, then I can definitely help you on your journey to achieve that as well. I have resources available for you to achieve that oneness within yourself. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys on knowing how the push-pull energy works, because there's many different ways that it's explained. But it's basically the push-pull within yourself that is being reflected back to you. So let go of the fear, let go of the pain, let go of, the way that your mind believes that it is and all the stories that it makes up. Because it's not true. You are so powerful, guys. You just haven't connected to that dimension yet. You guys are so powerful, and that's what this journey is taking you on, the remembrance. And once you recognize that, you let go of the beliefs that you believe are keeping you away from your twin flame. You let go of the beliefs that you believe that are keeping you disempowered, that are keeping you in fear, that are keeping you away from your true self. And you come back to that untimely essence through the process, soul alignment process of coming back to yourself. You will then magnetize not only your divine masculine, but everything that your soul desires. Because you are everything. So yes, if you found this video, be very thankful, because there's so much bullshit online. Different things that don't work, mistruths, different things to keep you looping, to keep you spending money, addictive behaviors, tarot roots, and all these healings, and go on this spiritual retreat and go on. You don't need to be involved in spirituality. You don't need to meditate. You don't have to do anything like that. It's returning back to your consciousness, returning back to your vibration. You don't have to do anything. So yeah. Bye, guys.